Welcome again, YouTubers, to my channel. This is the Goddess Sylvia Nicole, and today I want to talk about if you are a creator. And I know that some of you have been watching some of my videos, and you may be thinking to yourself, well, I'm not in any specific creative field, and I'm not sure if I'm a creator, and I feel like I'm creative, but I'm not really creating anything, and I'm not sure if these videos are even really helping me out. Well, if that's the case, that's fine, but I did want to talk about and pose the question, are you a creator? Of course you are. And without getting too deep into religion, that's not my forte, but without getting too deep into it, I feel that we are all creators. We create every day. Creation happens every day on many different levels. One of the biggest forms of creation is life and birth, and what happens to a woman when she becomes pregnant. The creation process that happens within the womb. That is one of the highest levels of creation that I think anyone can actually acknowledge and witness within your own mind and physically see. I know that for myself, I had written down, which is one of the most powerful ways to create. I had written down before I was even in a relationship, and before I even knew what was going to happen, that I wanted to have a child by a certain age. And I had written this list of things that I had wanted. I do that very often. Trust me, it's a very, very powerful way of creating. You might want to do that. Date it. Write down the things that you want. Put it in a notebook. Come back to it a week, a month, a year later, and I guarantee that that thing that you wrote down will have come to pass. Anyway, I had written down that I had wanted to have a child by a certain amount of time, and I had it. I didn't have a boyfriend. I wasn't with anybody. Like I said, I wasn't in a relationship. I wasn't looking for anybody. I was just minding my own business, and I swear to God, bam, it happened just like that. But we create every day. One of the tiniest examples of creation that I can think of is the things that we want in our lives. Excuse me. We want a dress. We want a car. We want a job. We want a certain, bric-a-brac or statue in our house. We want a painting, and we think of these things. And without any resistance to it, without any negative thoughts or doubts, we say, I would love to have that red dress. I would love to have those sneakers. I'm going to go out on my next check and buy, whatever it is that you want to buy. And lo and behold, you have it. Because it happens on such a small scale, we tend to think that we are not creating these things in our lives. However, we are, and it happens all the time. You can go through the scale of many things in your life, and from the smallest to the largest, and you can see what part you've played in creating the thing that has either happened to you or the thing that you want, whether it's something physical that you're looking to have achieve. And I just think that it's really important that we take some acknowledgement to our power as creators. I think it's really important that we take ownership of our power as creators. I think a lot of times that people who are ultra religious tend to give all of the glory and attention to a God figure and say that this person and this deity is the one with all the power and is the one that is the creator of everything in our lives. And we don't take any ownership and any responsibility. I think actually it's an excellent way to escape responsibility in our lives and point our finger at this God outside of ourselves and say, no, I didn't do that. I didn't make that happen. It was God. It was God's fault. No, let's take some ownership. Let's take some, and I don't mean that in terms of, blaming ourselves, but once you start to acknowledge your power as a creator, you can start to have a lot more control in your life in terms of what happens and what doesn't happen. I'm not saying that I'm a master at this. Trust me, I'm not. But there are things that I know for sure. In a short little video I had made, I had said that we should become deliberate creators. And I think that we create by default. A lot of people do. The majority of people, I think, create by default. These things come in their lives and they give credit to things like luck. They give credit to things like God, someone or something outside of themselves. They give credit to the planets aligning. And I'm not saying that there isn't anything outside of ourselves. And I really hate to get too much into this subject because I'm still learning. I don't think that there isn't anything outside of ourselves that helps to guide. I believe that there are fairies of the universe, and there are fairies that help to guide us, unseen and seen, that help us along our path and help us to be able to manifest things. I don't think that we do this all on our own. However, we don't give ourselves enough credit for the things that we do and can create. And I think it's important to become a deliberate creator. Now, when you're conscious of what it is that you're creating, you can in turn create on purpose. Instead of things happening to you, you happen to the things that you want to happen in your life. And a lot of times people tend to spin out of control because they're not giving the power and the credit where it is due, which is to you, not to anybody else. So I want you all to take a look. Just start to take a look at the things that happen in your life, the things that don't happen in your life. Take a look at where you are, that dress you bought, that car you have, that child that you have, the things that you've always wanted in your life, and take some ownership and be proud of the things that you have brought to your life, and realize that the things that you have now and the things that you don't have now is because of you. And you have the choice every day at every moment to go for what it is that you want and to create that thing that you're trying to get in your life. Everything is possible. Anything is possible. I believe that we all came down here because we wanted to live a fulfilling life. A lot of times, ultra-religious people and people who, are very indoctrinated in organized religion tend to feel that we are supposed to live this life of lack, and that we are supposed to suffer, and that we are not supposed to have the things in life that we want. Well, then honestly, what the hell is the purpose of being here if you're not supposed to get what you want, if you're not supposed to be happy? What's the point of being here? So I say to you all, please take ownership, because it's a wonderful thing once you realize that you have creative power over your entire life. And once you start to take control of that and you realize that you really hold the reins of whether you're going to go left or right, then life starts to become a lot more joyful. I think that people are scared of realizing the power that they really do have, and that's okay. That's okay to be afraid. However, realize that that power is yours and you can take it at any time you want. So I'm here to let you know that yes, you are a creator. And yes, start to create deliberately. Don't just let things happen on accident, and don't just let things happen because you didn't take any type of conscious control over what's going on in your life. So, whenever you're looking for your next goal, whether it be something very small or something that you feel needs a little bit more work and energy and time, just know that you have the power to create it, and you were put here to get what you want. So go get what you want, and it's all yours. Just create on purpose, and and know that the world is yours. So that's all I have to say for this little video. I hope it helped out, and I hope you start to take some power and some creative power in your life, and know that you are a creator. Even if you're not in that specific field of creating something, know that you do create every day in your life. And go out there and get what you want. That's all I have to say for this little video. I hope you all liked it, and I'll talk to you again soon. Peace.